In this video, we will be taking our string variable for time in our Stata example, and we're going to unstring it and convert it to a number so that Stata understands it as a time variable. So as you see, I have our do file that we just finished up with, and we're reading in the CSV, saving it, and then using the data that we just saved. However, this is really inefficient because we're always reading in the data and then saving it and then just opening it up. But since we have it saved, we can just automatically use the data that we saved. So to clear this up a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to condense this slightly. And the way that we're going to condense it is by using a comment. So I'm going to go /**, and you see everything turned to green. Anything in green in Stata is going to be read as a comment, where Stata understands that it's not a command, so it doesn't try to do what's in those comment lines. We need to uncomment because you can see that our line that we want to use the data is also commented out, so we need to uncomment by using an asterisk and a / where we want to end the comment lines. So these three lines of code will not be used, so I just use these three, and then it's going to skip over this, and then it's going to open up our data file. And if we go ahead and do that, we can see that we have our time, GDP, unemployment rate, and CPI variables inside of Stata. The next thing that we want to do is that if we open up the data, we see that our time variable is indeed a string because it's red. So Stata doesn't know that this is time. So if we want to do anything such as graphs, or if we want to go through and if we want to do a monthly average, or if we want to do anything that consists of time, Stata doesn't know how to do that. So what we're going to do is go back here and we're going to generate a day variable, because if you notice from the file that we have in our time variable, we have month, day, year, but this is just quarters. So we're going to go through, we're going to generate a day variable, and then we're going to generate the quarter and the year variable off of that. So we see that time is first quarter 1959, second quarter 1959, and so forth. So we're going to go in here and we're going to generate day equal to date, and this is going to be using the date function. So in parentheses, I'm going to go time. That's the time variable that we're going to use. And then I'm going to go comma, and then in parentheses, I'm going to go month, day, year, because that's how our variable is set up. Close parentheses and semicolon. And then if we run this, you can see that it worked because we didn't get a red box that said that something went wrong. Here's our day, and as we can see, 1/1/1960 is day 0 according to this data, and then everything in minus time is before 1960. So here's 92 days before the 1st of January 1960. Here's 91 days afterwards, 182 days afterwards, all the way to April 1st, 2015, which is about 20,000 days after January 1st, 1960. So that's the day variable. That might be hard to read, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go format day. We'll go %d, and if we go ahead and do that, what we see is it formats it so it says it's January 1st, 1959, April 1st, 1959, so forth. So it took the negative numbers into something that we understand a little bit better. And as you can see, the 1st of July 1960 matches up with the 1st of July 1960 there. But this is an actual number because this is in black. Stata is still reading this as the time variable that we just created with the minus and the plus time by day. However, it just formats it into something that we can see more easily. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to take our day and we need to generate year and quarter variables off of that. And I just do this so if I ever want to have year or quarterly fixed effects, which we'll cover in a later video, then I have variables already automatically for that. So I can just go gen quarter equal to quarter of day. And then it's very similar to Excel, so I can gen year equal to year of day as well. And then if I go ahead and run these lines of code, I open this up and I see that I still have my day, but now I have quarter, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 of my years. So I have two other variables that tells me the day, the quarter, and the year. And then obviously they're numbers because they're black. Last thing that we'll do is we'll go ahead and save this. So I can just take this line right here, and we'll just go ahead and put it right there. And then I can save this, and then I automatically upload it, so I never have to do this again. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take this line of code right here, and I'm going to cut, I'm going to paste it down there. Then I'm going to take this and copy, and I'll paste it right there. So now, since I already did this, I don't need to do it again, but I can see exactly how I retrieved that. So now I have my working do file that I'm commenting out the stuff that I don't need to continuously do over and over, but I can replicate it if I actually need to.